station. This is the Channel 7 News. 10 o'clock report with Stephanie Williams, Neil Spell, weather with Connor Burnett, and Dave Cody on sports.
Also, Lucifer is alive and well in West Austin. On that one next. Well, Halloween is still 2 days away, but the spooky goblins are running rampant in West Austin.
That's right. They're ultimate haunted house, and it's called the Britannia Manor.
And that's where Richard Varry is right now. Richard?
Well, that's right. I'm at the ultimate haunted house right now. Evil spiders and flying gargoyles are just a few of the many effects here at the Britannia Manor. Right now we're in the demon room with these fellas here, nice guys, but we'll meet them in just a few minutes. First, I'd like to speak with the owner of the Britannia Manor and the creator, Richard Garriott. Richard Garriott. Gargoyle Garriott.
Close enough in this day.
All right, and first of all, what are some of the special effects you have here? You have water, pool?
Yes, we've got quite a bit because we're using both the inside and outside of my house. My house is constructed with lots of real-for-real secret passageways. Indoor-outdoor swimming pool complex. We built into a swamp with a boat, and you have to cross the river Styx, essentially. Flying gargoyles, as you've mentioned. A spider that can go up and down in a two-story chamber, free-floating, things of that nature.
Why did you decide to do something like this? This is the second year in Austin that you're actually doing this.
Right. Actually, we've been doing this, or I've been doing this for quite a few years before that. This is the second one we've done here in my house here in Austin. I'm sure we'll do more, but it's hard to say exactly why, but this is something we do for free for the city of Austin, kind of as a public service, but it's hard to say who has more fun, the people going through it or us here putting it on. It's
or you, right?
Sides. Yeah, exactly.
All right, Richard Garriott, the owner, thank you very much. Now, we have a gentleman here, and I understand you're in charge of this bunch of guys. Now, who are you?
Mephistopheles, Nicodemus, Lucifer, many cultures have names for me.
So I guess it doesn't take you much to actually scare a lot of people here.
Not much at all, no.
Why don't you describe your buddies for me?
Oh, this lonesome little creature is my chief goblin. And over here is female. Signifiers here. A particularly foul bunch, I must say.
Well, you're quite an amazing guy. Thanks very much for joining us, and thanks for letting us into your chamber tonight. And Neil, Stephanie, a scary place to be. Unfortunately, many of the tickets, the invitations have already been sent out. This house will be open until Halloween night. This is Richard Varr reporting live from the Britannia Manor. Back to you.
Richard, you've just got Connor trembling over here. He was so
Richard
upset.
gets all the good of saying.
That looks like the news department early Monday morning.
Oh.
This is KXAN-TV, Channel 36 in Austin. And this is News 36 Nightcap.
Finally tonight, it took 40 volunteers and $50,000 to create it. It takes 75 technicians and actors to make it all work. It may well be the spook house of all spook houses. And as our Jim Swift shows us, it's right here in Austin.
I remember that some of the brothers who fled this monastery early on. One of them might be able to help us now, please.
As I approached the spook house with News 36 interns Crystal Cruz and Lisa Heitman, I learned that we would be as much a part of the story as the characters inside. Our job was to rescue the cut-off finger of a dead gargoyle from some kind of nasty evil lady. It soon became clear that would be no easy task. The spook house is making a comeback this week after taking a year off last Halloween.
The reason why we didn't do one last year is because we all got together, had our big meeting to get together and start the planning session, and we planned out a few rooms and got about a week into it. We said, we don't really want to do this again. I mean, this is insanity.
Insanity, friends, is where it all begins. It goes downhill after that.
It's debatable who has more fun, the people coming through it or the people in it. And we get a lot of volunteers each year who've been through as guests the previous year. But it's just a great deal of fun for all of us as well, and it's kind of a fun kind of community spirit kind of activity.
Charge of my capacitor bank.
There's no charge for the spook house, but only 15 sets of 4 tickets each will be given out for each of the next 2 nights. And lines of over 100 people have already been forming in the early mornings. Is there some kind of limit as to how early you can get out here?
Just as long as you don't knock on my front door. I don't care how long you're here.
Friends, it's really a great spook house. I'd love to tell you more about it, but I gotta run. Jim Swift, News 36, Nightcast.
And to repeat, if you didn't catch that, 15 free tickets will be given out at noon on Tuesday and Wednesday at Richard's House. That's at West Cliff Road, just off City Park Road. Be worth it. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
Finally this evening, it takes weeks of hard work, more than 40 volunteers, and has a price tag of over $50,000.
No, we're not talking about your typical Texas political campaign. We're talking about what may be Austin's most elaborate haunted house. Every year at Halloween, Richard Garriott turns his mansion into a palace of terror. This year, the hair-raising event is by invitation only, but KVU24 photojournalist John Gusky got a sneak preview.
Mother, the secret door. I know the way. Yes. I know the way.
Come, let me feel your beating heart. Come, ride my nightmare.
These old secrets in these walls for 1,000 years. Even as yours could be deceived. But let us pass this moment and be on our way.
I must warn you, I have not feasted in many months. Perhaps you would be my next victim.
I don't want to meet that guy.
Yeah, I've seen enough of that already.
Thanks for being with us this evening.
We'll see you again tonight at 10. Good night.